Hi, this is Shadi, and today we're going to be going back in time into the minds of old Jiu Jitsu masters. This is something that's very important. Anyone who's much into maximizing their training would go look at what the old generations did, and today we're going to be doing just that. So it is no secret that Jiu Jitsu masters went from Japan to the West, challenged a lot of people. They were very successful against strikers, and that's what's particularly we're gonna see how they did it. They talk about it very intensely or very openly, and we're gonna see it, and that is in the book of Irvin Hancock. It's called Jiu Jitsu Combat Secrets. Here you see it in front of you. I will leave a link in the description below so you can get it as a PDF, a full PDF, but today particularly we're gonna see their chapter against boxers. So traditional martial arts in particular, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's outdated or we don't use it anymore, but it can still serve us a lot. So here you see jiu-jitsu against strikers here, particularly in Savat. He took him to the ground, armbarred him, and won. So history does repeat itself with the 93, etc. So here it starts off by saying the boxer's tricks utterly useless against the jiu-jitsu. Why the edge of the hand is more dangerous weapon than the clenched fist. The use of the base of the hand. A few preliminary ways of stopping the blows of the boxers. So here it continues to say, it is difficult for the skilled boxer of the Anglo-Saxon race to realize that his painstakingly acquired art is of no avail against the adept in jiu-jitsu. Here it continues to say, instances where big Caucasians have tried to pugilism on small Japanese and have gone down ingloriously in the effort. So here, from looking at these photos, you would think that this is some, Wing Chun useless things that are very static. Here he's explaining how to block, keeping always an open palm because it is more versatile and less dangerous to your hand. Open palm strike, your table, you can do it all day, but with the fist, very few times. So here this is against like a haymaker. Here it continues against combos or double blows. You have to always keep in mind there is another blow coming. Again, you can read the book. It is very detailed in how to do it or the particular situations. From down, from upwards, uppercuts, etc. We're gonna get into the kidney punch later on. So here you see against combinations, they also have thought of multiple defense. So here he talks about an arm hook and fend off against the boxer, fend off and kidney blows, more about side, kidney and abdomen blows and when and how to use them. Dangers of the base of the spine blow, a trick to be used only in desperate cases. So I think everyone knows that a kidney punch can be very nasty. So here the trick is basically an overhook, because the range of motion of the shoulder becomes very tight. So it's only from the elbow down that they can move, and that renders the attack a lot less harmful and has very little effect on you. So here he continues to show how you can actually kidney strike a boxer, and that is to go to their blind side and actually strike the lower back on the kidney level. Again, they might look very static, but they do address the speed and agility and reflex towards the end. So let's just keep seeing their solutions. Here you see what really struck out to me is the stance of the boxers, and that is of the old pugilism and not of those today's boxers, but nonetheless the logic that they speak with, and I'm gonna get to towards the end, it really shows that you can adapt to anything. So here he's showing strikes. Again, the arm is open always, and also with the down of the hand where it's the meaty part, because you don't want to hurt your wrist bones or your knuckles. So here it says, after the work of picking up speed as an addition to only to precision has been gotten fairly underway, it is much better to be a student if he can practice with a man well versed in boxing. The boxer, when he has seen the jiu-jitsu method of stopping him, we will be able to suggest other ways. So here he's basically talking about before this page particularly, he was talking about where don't sacrifice precision for speed. Work on your precision so much, and then you will get your speed. So he's basically drilling from slow up until very advanced. And here he continues to say that you can only get, precise and also fast, is that you can get a boxer and they will try anything against you, and thus you will become efficient in those. So here it sheds a lot of light of how these old masters thought, how they trained, and how they were able to go out and beat everyone. They weren't like, my art is superior and stayed there, I'm not gonna fight, I'm too deadly, but they actually brought in the boxer and taught them. So before I finish this video, I just want to leave you with a clip of Rickson Gracie showing some old school defense against strikes if you don't know any striking at all.
Alright everyone, let's talk a little bit about something is not in the book of Master Helio Gracie, but I feel like it's very relevant to talk about, which is defending against strikes. Even though as a Jiu Jitsu practitioner I'm not a striker, it's very important to have the understanding of what the strikers want and how I have to use my knowledge to be able to clinch. Of course, if I already have striking skills, I can improvise. But if you don't know nothing, it's better to understand how to not get caught with a punch or something. So I recommend the training be against the wall, because it doesn't give you the chance to move back. So you have to really develop your ability to be, and we can start this by just, Pedro, please slap. So I have to do this, but make sure using my forearms. But make sure as you do that, don't be off balance. You're not thinking only about the defense. You're thinking about the defense and keeping the composure. Put the pressure you can, yes. So from here, I'm totally comfortable. Same thing is coming forward. From here is a lot of possibilities for me to clinch, because my blocking has leverage, has connection. I'm focused on defending, but has a little weight distribution. So that's a very important knowledge. In regard to any strike, can be the hand, can be any way, foot, whatever it is, I'm always comfortable to dealing and survive, to wait for the opportunity to clinch. So the idea of blocking kicks or whatever, so it's all this give me the chance to really approach my opponent. And I feel like that's a very healthy practice, because give you a better sense of hand and eye coordination for you to be more aware of possibilities. So that's good to know.